Jungkook's silent return to Korea, a story of loyalty, love, and the quiet power of true friendship. Hello fans! A world still looking west. While the world kept its eyes firmly on the west, on Los Angeles, on BTS's long-anticipated comeback, on rumors swirling across the globe, a quieter truth was unfolding somewhere else. Not in the glare of Hollywood lights. Not in the energy of a recording studio. But in a quiet corner of Seoul, where one young man may have made a choice that was deeply personal. His name? Jungkook. And his reason? Friendship. This is not a tale of glamour or fame. It's not about awards, chart numbers, or magazine covers. This is about what happens when a superstar turns away from the spotlight to simply be there for someone who needs him. The invisible shift. For weeks, fans had been following the journey of BTS across the ocean. The group had reportedly regrouped in Los Angeles, working intensively on a comeback that the world has been waiting years for. First RM was seen boarding a flight. Then came Jimin, V, and Jungkook. Social media erupted. Fan theories flourished. Something big was happening, and the whole world was watching. But then, something changed. Suddenly, Jungkook was no longer spotted in LA. No recent fan sightings. No paparazzi photos. No studio check-ins. And then came the whispers. I think I saw him in Seoul. He was at that cafe yesterday, right? There's no public schedule for him in LA now. Could he be back home? One whisper turned into dozens. Dozens turned into hundreds. And soon, a quiet certainty spread across the ARMY community. Jungkook had returned. But not for work. Not for a shoot. Not for a secret music video. He came back for something far more human. A bond forged in the fire. To understand why Jungkook's return matters so deeply, we need to go back. Back to the beginning. Back to the brotherhood of the 97liners. Jungkook of BTS. Cha Eun-woo of ASTRO. Minyu of 17. 3 boys who became men in the spotlight. 3 artists who debuted young, endured the pressures of the industry, and supported each other not for cameras, not for fans, but because they needed one another. While others competed, they connected. While the industry divided, they united. Over time, their bond became legendary. Fans adored the trio, not just because they were handsome or famous, but because they were real. They shared dinners, vacations, late-night chats. They laughed together, cried together, and showed the world that even at the top, you can remain grounded if you have the right people beside you. And now, that bond is being tested by something inevitable: military service. The moment before goodbye. Cha Eun-woo is preparing for his enlistment. For 18 months, he will step away from the stage, from cameras, from the life he knows. For most people, enlistment is a routine. For a celebrity, it's a monumental shift. A pause on a life that moves at the speed of light. And for Jungkook, who just finished his own service 2 months ago, that pause is still fresh in his heart. He knows what Eun-woo is about to face. The quiet. The routine. The distance from loved ones. The inner challenges of identity and isolation. And so, it seems, he made a decision. A powerful, silent, compassionate decision. To be there. Returning the watch. Before Jungkook enlisted, Eun-woo gave him a gift, a military-style wristwatch. It wasn't just an accessory. It was a message. I'll be waiting. Time will pass. Stay strong. Now, it seems, Jungkook has returned that gesture, not with an object, but with a presence. By coming back to Korea, perhaps he's offering the one thing even more powerful than a gift. His time. And not just any time, his time in the days before Eun-woo steps into uncertainty. No spotlight. No press release. No fanfare. Just a moment between friends. Signs from the shadows. There is no confirmation from HYBE. No statement from Fantagio. But fans are observant. And when you love someone deeply, you see the signs even when they try to hide. They noticed a blurred silhouette near Incheon Airport, gaps in LA schedules, local cafes in Seoul suddenly abuzz with whispers, fan accounts that align, too many to ignore. And while the industry remains silent, the fans know what they feel. This isn't just a rumor. This is Jungkook doing what he always does, acting with his heart first. The other side of the star. It's easy to forget that idols are human. That behind every stage, there are quiet nights. Behind every fan chant, there are personal fears. Behind every award, there are emotional scars. Jungkook has been called many things. The Golden Maknae, the face of BTS, the king of performances, Calvin Klein's global icon. But today, fans are reminded of something simpler and more important. He is a true friend. And that's something fame can never fabricate. In the background, a familiar song. Just as the whispers reached their peak, another signal came, this time, from Japan. On July 26, 2025, Rajiv Sharma, president of PVH Japan, posted an Instagram story promoting the upcoming Calvin Klein store launch. But it wasn't the countdown that got fans talking. It was the music, 3D by Jungkook featuring Jack Harlow. A song full of groove, style, and adult charisma. A song that redefined Jungkook's solo image. And to many fans, this wasn't just a soundtrack, it was a signal. That Jungkook would soon re-emerge, perhaps in Japan, perhaps at the launch, perhaps in another global campaign. But the beauty is in the contrast. While one part of Jungkook's life continues soaring on the global fashion stage, another part quietly returns home, holding the hand of a friend. When presence speaks louder than words. If Jungkook and Eun-woo did meet, if even for a brief hug, a quiet meal, or a long talk, then something powerful happened. Something without music. Without applause. A memory that Cha Eun-woo will carry with him as he steps into military life. Not just in his mind, but etched into the very core of who he is. And when the nights get long, when the cold air bites and the barracks fall into silence, when the weight of duty begins to press down on his shoulders, he will remember. My friend came back just to see me. He left the spotlight behind, just to stand quietly beside me. No cameras. No announcements. Just presence. It wasn't a grand gesture. But sometimes, the smallest things carry the deepest meaning. A simple return. A quiet reunion. A silent show of love. The message behind the story. This isn't just another moment in the K-pop timeline. This is a reminder to fans that beyond the glamorous lives and flashing lights, real bonds exist. To artists that no matter how high you rise, loyalty grounds you. To people that in a world chasing trends and algorithms, sincerity still matters. Because in a world of noise, stillness speaks louder. In a world of speed, presence slows time. In a world of fleeting headlines, true friendship lingers. And if Jungkook's quiet return to Korea tells us anything, it's this. He's not just an idol. He's not just the Golden Maknae. He's a man who chooses heart over hype. A friend who shows up when it matters most. A soul who understands that being there is sometimes the greatest gift of all. And maybe that's the most powerful story we've seen all year. Not because of what was said, but because of what was felt.